Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and today I'm going to bring you a video where I want to talk about the future of Destiny 2, or even Destiny 3, the Destiny the franchise in general. And I really wanted to focus on a few points, which are Gambit and Crucible, and under the umbrella of the community's opinions, because I want to get your guys' opinions, guys and gals out there, on what you think you'd like to see from the future of the franchise. So, what I have here in front of me, I want to start off with some empirical data here. This is actually a website, warmind.io/activity. And what this has is the current activity of every player currently playing Destiny 2. And so you'll see here the highest being Patrol in the overall section is Patrol at 28%. That's where the majority of the player base is right now, is they're patrolling in Destiny 2. Then we have story mode at 15%, quick play at 11%, Gambit at 10%, strikes 10%, raid 6%, competitive 6%, and so on and so forth, ascending down into the very, very small percentiles. And so the part that I find really interesting with this and the discussion I want to bring is that this is actually a Gambit-based DLC. This comes from a tweet from Potato Aimer, where it's a Gambit-based DLC, and yet there's still a much bigger player base in the Crucible. I find this very interesting, and I really hope that maybe Bungie's looking at these stats too, and obviously thinking like, hey, maybe Gambit isn't turning out as well as we think it is. I myself, I'm not a big Gambit hater. I know there's a lot of Gambit hate going on around. I do find Gambit to be fun. I just don't find it to have the replayability the same as I do for Crucible. I would much rather even play quick play than play Gambit for hours on end. I would definitely choose quick play over Gambit personally, but again, teach their own. Maybe you're a big Gambit player. Maybe you really enjoy Gambit. I'm not trying to tell you you need to think the same way I do. That's just my own personal experience. And so I can see from that quick play, even in a Gambit DLC, quick play is still more popular than Gambit, especially if you were to combine all the Crucible playlists. It would certainly add up more than what people are doing currently in Gambit. And I find this stat to be very interesting. I want to know what you think in the comment section below. What do you think, as you know, Bungie is looking at this? What do you think they should do moving forward, and what do you think they will do, realizing that perhaps Gambit isn't as popular as they want it to be? Are they going to continue to pour in and invest time into Gambit and double down on Gambit, or do you think that they're going to backtrack, maybe put Gambit on the side, and maybe focus a little more on the Crucible? Obviously, I'll give you my opinions. I would much rather prefer them to focus on Crucible, but I want to know what the community thinks. I want to know what you, the people that watch this channel, think. And on top of this, I wanted to add a little bit that I'm starting to see a lot more community opinion is turning against the game, which is really scary to see because recently what happened was, and I'll jump to it right here, is that Twitch actually tweeted out a clip about Destiny 2. They says, yep, it's still lit. And so the premise of the video is, let's check in on Destiny 2 PvP. This happened May 3rd. As I'm recording this video, it's May 4th. And let's go ahead and watch this video real quick. And then we'll go over the community response to this. I like this music. A little bit of Thunderlord gameplay. We got Gigs here, using the last word.
It's amazing. Oh my god, it's so good.
That sounds like it was probably his first time using that. I don't think everyone reacts to using the last word like that every single time they get a two kills with it. That guy sounds like he's using Nova Warp for the first time in a long time, saying that it's useful now. And that was a little snipe there. So that's the clip. And the community's response to this was pretty bleak. We got admin here.
This is a load of barnacles.
It's a load of barnacles. Gigs responds saying, y'all really took a clip of me using last word for the first time and used it out of context. I just got Fox News. Ouch. Going on, we have Crafty throws his chips on this. Says, all of these streamers were hit offline moments after these clips ended. Epic Dan, come on Twitch. Briskin. Drewski, hi mom. Hush with the meme. Blue Westlow, oh, with the clown. Oh, great. And it goes on and on and on and on. Modern Tryhard, wrong. Wish you luck. You sit on a throne of lies. Laced up Lauren, doubting it. Lil Sonic, please say strike. And as you can imagine, the list goes on and on and on and on. And the community backlash was tremendous, essentially. The overall opinion is that Crucible is not in a good place right now. That Crucible needs to be reworked. That Crucible needs sandbox updates. It needs more regular updates. And those clips were really kind of I don't know. The current mood of Crucible right now is it feels very flat. It needs more frequent updates. It needs more love and attention, a little more balance. And we are getting some updates here and there. And I do believe the devs are trying. It's not quite happening at the pace that it would seem to need to be trying. And it's kind of sad to see so much of the community that like Twitch is promoting Destiny 2 and be like, yeah, the gameplay is still lit. But the community is all like, no. Like literally, like all those people are like pillars in the community. Like Laced Up Lauren, Wish You Like, all these guys, they're like OGs who've been playing since like Destiny 1. Like they've been around for a long time. And to just see the entire list of everyone that responded to that kind of shitting on it was kind of hard to see. Like it's frustrating for me. Like I like the game. I do have fun. I've always said that the mechanics and the fluidity of Destiny and Destiny 2 are like just so addicting. And I just want the game to blossom and do really well. But it just seems like there's a sort of disconnect from developer to community. And, we've tried to amend that a lot of ways with community summits. And I think that some progress has been made here and there, but there's definitely a big disconnect right now. And we're seeing it more and more that there's just the game is not going the direction that I think that they want it to be going. And I could be very wrong. Maybe this is exactly what they have planned and maybe they feel good about it. But it feels like there's a lot of negativity going on right now. If you guys have also been following on Twitter, so many senior designers of the game have left recently. It's actually ridiculous. And some of them haven't even announced that they've left. It's like it's to be announced soon. Like I think that there's like a period of time, or maybe they just don't want to announce that they've left because they just don't want all the negativity and the bad PR. But so many Bungie devs have left recently, and I don't know entirely what's going on. It seems very scary, right? We've got the community on Twitter absolutely shitting on the game in the Crucible sense. We've got the player base here, a Gambit DLC. Only 10% are actually playing Gambit. Seems that not very many people really care much for Gambit. We have so much negativity going on. It's really hard to see like the light at the end of the tunnel with this. And so that's kind of the premise of this video is I want to know, where do you think Bungie goes from here? Where do you think, what is the best possible outcome with all this negativity and all this backlash to the community? All these senior devs leaving, either they're leaving or they're being fired. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to get new blood in there. That's a whole nother topic and discussion. And then on top of that, the vision and what's going forward in the game is like Gambit focused, and Gambit doesn't seem to be killing it. Recently, there was actually a troll post from, his name's Aston, and he's a bit of a troll, and he posted this post, and he had his username changed to Bungie at the time, and he said, "Prepare to be judged. Trials of the Nine has returned. Assemble your fire team. Trials of the Nine are 3 vs 3. Game mode's elimination." He just went all in, right? He totally made a spoof account that looked like it was Bungie, and it had amazing response. Everyone was so excited. Everyone was so happy. He trolled the shit out of so many people, but it was actually kind of cool to see the community be happy and like excited for once. And if you haven't seen it in a long time, it seems like 616 retweets. I mean, this account has like barely any follows, 2,550 likes. It was actually crazy to see. And that's just the people that didn't even realize it was a spoof. 74,000 views on the video. Like, it's crazy. It would be what the final question I want to ask is I wonder what these numbers would look like in this pie chart if Trials was here. I wonder if Trials would be absolutely insane or have a huge amount of player base. It would be interesting to see what Trials would do, because right now you can see Comp is essentially the replacement for Trials, and it's at 6%. And so it's not very big. It's easy to make the statement that Bungie should focus on PvE, considering how much PvE players there are and how much people are playing PvE at any given moment. But I would love to see what these numbers are like with Trials, and I would love to see Trials come back. And obviously, I've made enough comments about this, and I've talked about this on Twitter and made videos about this. But I really think that Trials actually returning and not being a troll would be probably the most positive thing that Bungie could do. But I want to get your thoughts and your opinions. I'll read the comments down below. Let me know what you think. What do you think Bungie should do amid all of this chaos, amid all of the negativity and everything that's going on? I want you to know what you think is the best possible outcome. And that's a wrap. thank you. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.